We're going to make something really special today that I have made for quite a few years. And it's great because it's really a showcase item. I mean, it looks beautiful, but you don't have to have a lot of baking skills. You don't have to worry about flour and measuring. You just have to follow some simple directions. And what I call them is Phyllo flowers. So here are the things that we're going to need. We're going to need phyllo dough, which is in your freezer section. Any place you should be able to find that. And a variety of fruit, whatever you want. I've got strawberries, kiwi, blueberries, 1 stick of butter melted, heavy whipping cream whipped up, nice and stiff. We're going to need 1/4 a cup of chocolate chips melted with 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of butter. And let's get started. Okay, first of all, read the package directions for how you're going to thaw your phyllo dough. What I did is I just put it in the refrigerator, but you can read that on the package. And phyllo dough is really dry. So I'm going to work fairly quickly. I'm not going to have to cover it or anything, but it usually says on the package, cover it with a damp cloth if you have extra. What I do is just work 1 roll at a time. So what we're going to do is we've got our pan here. And first thing we're going to do is take our butter that we've melted with a pastry brush. And I just put it in once, and then I use pretty much that 1 dip for the whole tray. And I've already done some of these to save time. But I just go in here like this, just go around. So you don't want a pool of butter in there. And like I said, I usually use that 1 dip for the whole tray. Okay, and my oven is preheated to 350. Now, what I'm going to do is over here with the phyllo dough, I'm going to cut it into 3 sections. And I don't measure, I just kind of do what I feel like doing. And so if you want to measure and make them all perfect, you can do that. See, I've had my dough out, getting ready to tell you about this just for a couple minutes, and it's already getting dry. So you really have to work quickly or cover it. And I've got these little, as you can see, squares here. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it. I am sloppy, and I just kind of slap stuff in there. So I'm going to kind of show you the way to do it basically, and then you can do what you want. I'm going to take about 2 or 3 layers of this, and I'm going to just make a base there, a foundation. Then what I'm going to do is take a couple more sheets, and I like them to look artistic. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to go alternate. I'm going to turn it around so it looks like I have a flower. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of butter, a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go back, and I'm going to put a couple more sheets. Let's say you're going to use 8 sheets. I don't measure these things, so I'm trying to come up with a plan here for you guys, so you know how to do them. And that's about 8 sheets. And I'm going to, again, put a tiny bit of butter, just kind of like that. And so we've got our flour. So again, we're going to put our, kind of whatever you want to say, foundation. And you could go through and work and put that foundation kind of in all of them if you want to. Whatever you want to do. But like I said, I do it a little bit in a sloppy way. I like them to be artistic. So we're going to do this. With a little butter, and then I'm going to go back. And you know, you kind of have to be a little bit tough with them here. You can't, like, even though I know it seems like they're fragile, you really need to stuff them in there, and that's what makes them look pretty and makes them look like a flower. You can kind of like make one side go up, make it more artistic. And let me see, let me put a little butter here. So I'm just going to do this whole tray, and I'm going to put them in my preheated oven, and I'm going to bake them. Again, it depends on your oven. Your oven could be hotter. I put them on my top rack, but I'm going to bake them for 20 minutes. And then we need them to be really hard. Just like you would do like a baklava, we don't want them to be soft. We don't want to cover them up with plastic wrap. We need them to be crunchy so they'll hold together, because you're going to hold these to eat. Okay, I've taken them out of the oven. It took about 20 minutes, so I'll show you. Here's what they look like. You should be able to just pick them up. They're golden brown all over, uniform color. Now I've melted approximately 1/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips with about a tablespoon of butter, give or take, and you can see, you know, how much you want. And what I'm going to do is pick one of these up, and they are delicate at this point, and I'm going to just paint on them. I just think this adds to them, makes them look like flowers. So you can do whatever you want. I've painted a couple. You can put chocolate or not put chocolate. I'll put a little more on these. Okay. And as I told you, some of them are real uniform. I like them to be more artistic. So this one's kind of a little weirder. It has flowers sticking up. They are really delicate now. See, that piece came off, but that's okay. Again, real cooking, we just have to work with what we have. And let's do one more, and then we'll show you what we're going to do after that. Okay. All right. Now, I've whipped up heavy cream. And let's see if this bag is going to work. I'm going to fill them. You can just use a spoon. And you can put as much or as little. Do whatever you want with being decorative there. Whoa. Okay. My pastry bag is like 10 years old. So we're going to get that out of the way. Again, trying to be real. Keep it real. We just keep going no matter what. Okay. I've selected strawberries. You can pick any fruit you want and just make them look however you want them to look. Bananas, of course, get brown, but you could put some bananas right before. I've done that before. Blueberries, whatever you want to put in there. I'll put some more strawberries. Whatever's in season. Whatever you think looks nice. Okay. Okay, now we've filled them all, we've put our fruit, any type of fruit you want, and I'm going to give them a little light sifting of powdered sugar, either with your hand or a spoon or with your flour sifter. There we go. Phyllo flowers, as I said, they're pretty easy. You just have to follow a few directions. You don't have to be a baker. This is Lynn with Lynn's Real Cooking. Please subscribe and tune in next time. Thanks.